It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Buccaneers' Offensive Player of the Year. He was terrific last week, racking up the receiving yards and reaching the end zone. It's the Bucs and the Panthers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we've got an interesting matchup here featuring two of the league's best in what they do. We have one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL going up against a team who's made their money defensively by shutting things down through the air, CD.
Yeah, and Brandon, I want to see how well-rounded each team is because we know what they're a league leader in, but how well can you do the other things that you need to do on that side of the ball? To me, this is a chance for the lesser heralded guys this season to come through and help earn a victory.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball? Increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Smith up the middle to the 43, second down. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 18 carries, 72 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Bullard. Now he steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun, Bullard. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Baker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Smith. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot and take a big shot downfield?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Bronco 80.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Up the middle they go. It's Marsh, and he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Panthers ball, 1st and 10. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, Bullard. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Off the bootleg. Bullard. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 4. It's all said and done. Moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith running right. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Smith. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Ready? Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw here. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Back to throw again. Looking for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards that time for number 14. On the draw, this is Smith. And some space here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bullard got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Bullard. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. So we reach halftime. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bullard. That's complete to Ward. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
On 2nd down now. It's Baker. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I have to think a major focus in the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 2nd down, it's Baker. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Check that.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Going deep here for Allen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll try and run right on the option. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Panthers have recovered. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Bullard. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Off the play fake, Bullard. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Back to throw. Bullard. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Booker is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bullard. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Baker, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Ready?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
19 Tiger. Ready?
On 2nd down now, it's Baker, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Marsh. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On second down, it's Baker. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Marsh, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll keep it on the ground. Marsh, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He's back to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point by York is up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how the drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, it took us until the final play.